Hey guys, welcome to December 2019. It's me, Vanessa from Beyond Your Sun Sign. This is your pick a pile reading for all signs, all energy. If you were called to this video, this reading is for you. So we want to get completely relaxed. Take a deep breath in. Hold it for a second and then exhale. Now we are thinking of a number between 1 and 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so if you were drawn to the number 1, we've got quite a lot to talk about. The first card that popped out is the 8 of Swords. And that was face up, but then there were 3 cards on top of it face down. So I'm going to talk a little bit about the 8 of Swords. The 8 of Swords is feeling completely powerless, feeling very bound, trapped feeling, feeling like there's no end in sight. Although we are heading into a new decade, turning into 2020, there could be feelings that you didn't accomplish enough, that you felt like you kind of wasted. And 2019 went by super fast, so I can totally understand that feeling. But then feeling powerless to even initiate the changes that you feel required to make in order to step into 2020. So the 3 people that are affecting that inability to change, that feeling of powerlessness, and that feeling of trapped are a young Page of Swords, so a young air sign, Aquarius, Gemini, Libra, and then we have an older male fire sign, Leo or Aries or Sagittarius, and then we have the 5 of Cups, which is about emotionally moving on. So the reason why you're feeling so powerless this December 2019 is because you haven't found and gained back your power from the Page of Swords and the King of Wands and then emotionally moved on. So if you feel like, okay, I can't do it, I'm letting you know the reason why you can't initiate any positive changes and feeling free and feeling in control and not trapped in your life is because of the situation with these 2 people that are just draining your energy and draining your power. So you actually can give them so much more by emotionally walking away, by saying, you know what, you guys have taken enough from me. I don't want to be responsible for you anymore, and kind of just letting go and being okay with letting go, building that bridge and moving on for your own salvation, right? Because you really can't help anybody if you're not 100%. I'm always saying that. You can only love somebody, hate them, appreciate them, idolize them to the point that you love and appreciate yourself. There's no way you could ever have more than what you have for yourself. It just doesn't work that way. So I also pulled an extra card. It's from this deck. I'm not even going to try and butcher what it says, but it's an oracle card. And this is Dynasty of the Divine Mother. So what I'm seeing from this, like if this card is associated with feelings of powerlessness when it comes to the Page of Swords, King of Wands, and with my extensive research in past lives that I've been doing recently, I'm thinking that you have a past life karmic debt with both people in which both people you had mothered in some sort of past life. So they now continue to look to you. Think about a mother. A mother will take clothes off her back, food out of her mouth in order to feed and clothe and shelter and protect her kids. But in this lifetime, these might not be your children, but you still have that sense of obligation, that sense of protective energy over them. And that's because in a past life, you were their mother, and now you've kind of taken on that mother role, that divine mother role in their life now. But as we all know, a mother is supposed to just be there to nurture the baby. But once they grow up, a mother gives their child that independence to live their lives. So you end up actually holding these people back by not allowing them to be free from you, by you saying, I'm letting go. Because as much as we want to say, oh, it's on them, they're constantly asking me for money, they're constantly asking for my attention, or they're constantly upset, or they're not doing well, or they need me. Those are all things that you have to look within yourself and realize, no, you're reflecting that. You actually feel like you need them. So empowering yourself by saying that you are your own mother. You are not their mother. You need to nurture and mother yourself, especially if you, male or female, if you do have breast issues or breast tenderness, breast cancer survivor, things like that. That is a form of over nurturing somebody that just can't nurture you back. So it's time to release that, heal yourself by recognizing that you are your own mother. And you can get that divine mother energy from a higher source. It's also the number 8 in numerology, which is all about power once again, but it's all about karmic power. You know, if you know anybody who is a life path number 8, a lot of the times it seems that they have so much karma attached to them. It's like they'll do something and 2 days later, it's like their karma is instantly served. And that is really a representation of their entire lives, where it's all about fueling and filling and kind of giving back and repaying their karmic debt. So you do feel a karmic pull to them. You do feel like it is definitely something higher than you, something that you can't control when it comes to your feelings surrounding them, and just feeling really powerless to let go and to kind of and move on from them. But you actually do have all the power. It's just reminding yourself that you have it, right? So that is your December 2019 reading. And I really hope that that helps you guys out there, especially going into 2020, because 2020, you don't want to be bringing this kind of karma into 2020. 2020 should be a whole new, fresh slate, clean slate, starting over, building yourself from the ground up, rebuilding your foundation, and just starting fresh, getting organized in your mind and your spirit and your body. And these people are really just holding you back. So don't allow another decade to pass where they're continually pulling from you and you just allowing it, right? Okay, if you chose cards number 2, we have 2 cards that were face down, and it is 2 people. It is the King of Pentacles, so a masculine earth sign, Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo, and then a young earth sign, Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo. So these 2 people are kind of on your, I don't want to say, they're on your shit list right now. They're really, really focused your attention this December 2019. It's going to be like your whole life is just wrapped around these 2 people. And that is because of their grounding energy. So Jupiter moved into Capricorn on December 2nd. So all of the optimism that we had before with Jupiter and Sagittarius, and everybody kind of felt like more like nonchalant and more kind of chill and more optimistic about the future and having fun and being free. Now Jupiter moves into Capricorn and it just puts all these restrictions. So depression is coming back up, feeling trapped, feeling kind of like, what am I doing? Just feeling very limited and restricted. And you're going to sense that the most incarnated into the King of Pentacles and the Page of Pentacles. They're going to be the 2 people that are representing that Jupiter and Capricorn energy, where you just feel restricted, where it's like you can have a great day and then the King of Pentacles comes in and says something that just completely ruins it. And that is just to remind you of your power, and also how much power you give away by allowing other outside circumstances to restrict you and to limit you into just feeling optimistic and carefree. Because at the end of the day, Jupiter is still there asking us to have fun, but then Capricorn's like, well, just be careful with your fun because it could lead to something not so positive. So it's going to take a lot of strength to build yourself up when it comes to these 2 people who are kind of like an anchor right now, kind of like that block holding you back, just really making you feel super negative, super depressed. But they have lessons to teach, right? Because Capricorn is all about that father figure in the sky that says, well, are you sure you want it? if you want it and you want to put the work in, then I'll reward you, but you got to work for it. So these 2 people, it's almost like they're asking you to just work a little bit harder emotionally and spiritually and mentally in order to overcome the blocks that are within the relationship. So make sure that you're recognizing when they highlight something unhealed within you. You know, if the young one is only asking for money constantly, okay, what was my relationship with money like with my parents? Did I only go to my parents for money? Or did I go to them for other sources of nurturing? Or was it just the financial aspect? If the King of Pentacles, you know, same way, maybe they're hoarding their power and you're the one stuck paying for everything. Where is your relationship with money there, right? So really empowering yourself through finances, aka power, will completely change your relationship with both the King of Pentacles and the Page of Pentacles, December 2019. So the 2 oracle cards that are hooked on to the King of Pentacles and the Page of Pentacles, we have Sisters of the Star Blossoms, and then we have the a synchronicity for me. Okay, so what I am getting from this is 7 plus 2 is a 9 for the one, and then 11 for the other. So we have a double 11 energy here. We have karmic 9, which is all about letting go, which is all about closure, and which is all about service to humanity. And then we have the 11, which is all about spiritual messages as well. So with the King of Pentacles and the Page of Pentacles, messages and guidance will be revealed to you through the form of song. So there'll be a song on the radio that's like your song. For instance, after I did Reiki, there was a song on the radio where I'm like, this is my song. This is my power song. So just say that your song comes on and you know that that's just a message, a sign from the universe that you need to know what's going on with the Page and the King of Pentacles. It'll give you that insight. It'll give you that guidance. Listen to the lyrics, listen to how it makes you feel, and it will be what you need, that inspiration that you need. However, that 27 Sisters of the Star Blossom is also reminding you of the allyship that you have, because the King of Pentacles and the Page of Pentacles is both masculine energy. It's almost like they're completely detached from their feminine energy. And that's why they're so focused on the financial aspect of life. Well, Christmas is costing us this and yada, yada, yada. And I want this for Christmas. And it's like, what? They're not embracing their feminine, nurturing attributes, where Christmas is about the spirit of giving, where it's about, helping those less fortunate, where it's about, Christmas cheer and the spirit and the magic of it. They're only focused on the financial aspect. So it's pulling away your feminine energy as well. And it's really causing a lot of internal conflict. So remember to tap in to the Sisters of the Star Blossom energy by just embracing your feminine energy in order to counteract the King of Pentacles and the Page of Pentacles energy. And you'll have the guidance through some sort of song that has hidden meaning, some sort of message through song, through lyrics, through your favorite song that just empowers you and reminds you that, you have feminine and masculine energy. And these two people are just focusing and pulling you back onto the masculine energy when your feminine energy is just as important and relevant, especially going into 2020, right? Okay, if you were drawn to card number 3, it's just one card, unfortunately, and it's the Emperor card. So it's the 4. The Emperor card is all about feeling empowered within your home and family, which is either going to be very easy for you this holiday season or very difficult, because a lot of the times, especially like Thanksgiving, like I'm going on Instagram and I'm seeing a lot of people who are literally having Friendsgiving. So they're bypassing their family Thanksgiving and they're only having Thanksgiving dinner with their friends. And that's something that's going to carry on into the Christmas holidays, where it's like, I don't want to see my toxic family. I don't want to be around these people. So I'm going to spend my time with my soul family, not my karmic family. The ones that accept me for who I am, the ones who love me unconditionally, not my parents and my family and my aunts and uncles who are just judging everything that I do in this modern age. So who just don't understand and who don't even want to understand. So you're really finding a lot of power with your commitment to say, I'm not doing this. I don't want to go to their house because it doesn't make me feel good. They need to smudge, there's toxic energy there. And as an empath, that's going to really drain me. If you feel like you don't have that option, there has to be a way to mitigate it. There has to be a compromise. Maybe instead you're like, I'm going to host Christmas this year and we're eating vegan and it's going to be smudged and there's going to be incense going and there's salt on my door frame. And if you want to try and pass through, then please, you're welcome, but I'm not leaving my house. And like sometimes putting up those boundaries will give you that power that you need going into 2020. It's going to suck at first, but I swear it really does change the whole dynamic, because going forward, people are not going to mess with you the same way. They're going to be like, wow, like they actually stood up for themselves. They actually are putting their foot down and putting their boundaries up. And the narcissist will absolutely lash out. But at the end of the day, it's what's needed and it actually will empower you in the long run. And especially if you have kids, this is a really positive way to show them that you don't have to just take mistreatment, even if it's emotional mistreatment, even if it's emotional manipulation, spiritual mistreatment, somebody just kind of downgrading your beliefs at the dinner table is enough to just completely send somebody reeling. And also for a child to witness that, especially when it comes to a parent that they idolize, that they look up to, and that they mirror, they're going to have a lot of insecurities about what they believe in and their power as well. So if it feels difficult to do it for yourself, do it for the people that are watching, whether it's the young cousins, the young nieces and nephews or the next generation who have so much more ambition and so much more reason to fight for changes against the outdated models that are kind of screwing us all over right now. So it's a higher service, but you pick this pile, so obviously your subconscious is drawn to do this work, okay? The Oracle card for you for December 2019, I'm not even going to try, and no idea what that says. The Amaryllis lute. So this is another musical instrument. However, this woman is playing it almost toward the ground, and there's also a tassel behind her. It's almost like she cleans up her own mess by embracing conflict, by embracing mess, and also embracing what grounds her. So as much as it's almost like, okay, I recognize that my family can be really toxic, but it's on me where it can run out, where it doesn't get brought into the next generation. I can consciously recognize that my parents had an outdated understanding of the way things are, and that's fine, but it's on me to clean up the mess so that people walking behind me can have a clean slate, can know that they're accepted and loved no matter what, where I didn't get that growing up. So it is on you to kind of do that dirty work, but you're strong enough to do it. You totally are. No matter what your sign is, no matter what your life path is, you are strong enough to do that. And it's all based on the number 7, which is all about spiritual teaching and insight. If you know any life path 7s, you know that they kind of have to have their periods of isolation. They can't have the outside influence. A lot of 7s are skeptics in the way that they'll receive information and they're like, no, I don't believe that, until they go inward and be like, okay, that resonates with me. Like, I have some 7 energy in my chart and I don't believe anything unless it makes sense to me on the inside. And then people are like, well, where did you research it? And I'm like, Akashic records, like, I go inward. Like, I researched it with my own understanding. At the end of the day, we have all the answers within us, and that's why there's so much inner conflict, because people are being told one thing, they're like, that doesn't really line up with what feels right on the inside. I know that we're just supposed to love and accept everybody, so why am I supposed to be putting my cousin down because of their beliefs? I don't understand that. So go inward and recognize that you are your own spiritual teacher. But a teacher is nothing without a lesson plan and without a classroom, without students. So taking everybody on as a student, even if they are older than you, doesn't mean that they're wiser, right? A lot of times the older generation has to be kind of woken up to be like, that is just wrong. And remember, if they're not in a position that you would ever trade with, then don't take advice from them. If you find that you're in a heated debate with a family member over this holiday season in which their beliefs are not lining up with yours, a lot of the times it just kind of has more value in the piece of walking away and saying, you know what, it's not worth it, maybe next year, as opposed to bringing the whole vibe down and arguing and conflicting. Just stay true to your values and your morals and your and beliefs and understanding, and teach those who actually want to learn. Even Jesus only helped those who wanted to help themselves, right? So if you notice that you're at a roadblock with some family members, ask them to leave, or, especially if it's at your house, or put up those boundaries by literally saying, okay, you need to do more research, and then we'll talk, right? So love you guys so much. I hope you have an amazing December. As always, if you want a personalized reading, my details are below, or you can reach me. I'm pretty active on Instagram at Beyond Your Sun Sign. Love you guys so much. Happy holidays. Happy Merry Christmas. Happy Christmas. All of that. Happy New Year. And I will see you in January. Bye, guys.